This is the newsroom.
Hello and welcome. This is the newsroom for Tuesday, July 15, 2025. We're broadcasting to you on E1, SKAR TV, NTN, and Tarzee TV in Bartica. In the headlines, the Public Works Ministry meets with Parika residents as preparations begin for the construction of a US $20 million international port facility. A Corentyne youth is chopped to death. A Linden man suspected in a string of robberies targeted at Chinese businesses is killed during a confrontation with police. Illegal mining and logging operations shut down as Guyana ramps up protection of its natural resources. And in sport, President Ali calls for a full evaluation and accountability following West Indies Sabina Park disaster, and Warriors skipper Imran Tahir said there is still room for improvement as the Global Super League approaches business end. With the news, I'm Neil Marks. We're glad you could join us. Residents of Parika in Region 3 were on Tuesday engaged by the Ministry of Public Works as preparations begin for Phase 1 of the International Port Facility. The residents were assured by the subject ministers that their businesses will not stop, but they may have to shift to alternative locations nearby. A US $20 million contract was recently awarded for the first phase of the International Port Facility. It was announced that the facility will have cold storage, agro-processing, and packing facilities for farmers. The new port will allow Guyana to directly ship goods throughout the Caribbean, creating a streamlined export process that will bolster regional trade. President Ali had explained that the port will also be equipped to accommodate cruise liners, giving tourists access to explore the rich offerings of the Essequibo tourism circuit. With more, here is the newsroom's Lazina Yearwood.
Minister of Public Works, Juan Edgel, and Minister within the Ministry of Public Works, Deodat Indar, on Tuesday met with several stakeholders at Parika, Region 3, where a massive port facility will be built soon. This port facility will greatly improve the maritime services of the region. This facility will facilitate interregional movement. During the stakeholder meeting, several representatives from the community were also in attendance. During this meeting, the ministers explained to these residents that the work that is about to commence in the area will not affect their day-to-day livelihood.
I know we'll have to move, but I'm asking if what is in place for us?
People will have to be shifted and adjusted, and we wanted to ensure that you know the scope, and I'm sure you already know, especially the parties that will be affected. Even while this port is under construction, the service of Transport and Harbors Department to Legwan, Wakenham, Supernam, Bartica will be uninterrupted. The steamers will continue to go every single day.
The Ministry of Public Works also had several of their engineers on site on Tuesday, where they explained the careful rundown of how this project will be executed here at Parika.
The deck, two automated link span bridges, Roro, north and south. This area here is what I was referring to, just across that area there for the opening of space for certain facilities, processing of agricultural commodities, fisheries products, etc., and perhaps a dedicated wharf for that. A multipurpose building and a covered marshalling area for ongoing traffic, facilities for gas stations, operations of the Guyana Police Force, and so forth. The reclaimed waterfront, as we mentioned, will see the fences being done. A nice waterfront promenade here, this space will be available for that. But behind all of that, areas opened up for parking, this is currently an issue. And Also, the access will be improved, the efficiency will be improved considerably.
The first phase of the international port facility will be executed by 3 local contractors. These contractors have been awarded contracts that amount to nearly 4 billion Guyana dollars.
People must know who the contractors are. Geico, Tulsi Prasad, and ANS. And I must tell the people of Parika, all 3 of those contractors that are awarded are contractors who are known.
Several residents raised concerns about how their day-to-day lives will be affected during the construction phase. During the stakeholder meeting, some residents also raised concerns about their homes that are located on the beach where the construction will be conducted.
That way start was look with them building. Nobody never come and tell me nothing. Right? I carry on the little money I get, scrape up, and I build that place.
And I will work with you, with the team. I will work with you to make sure whatever disruption there is to minimum. There is going to be a transition, how housing will come, and work with you together. We start in the process immediately, as Minister Ejel said. Everybody who's out there, make sure we get, and nobody else is to go build anything there too.
It adds to the gas energy project that is already in the region, several housing scheme developments that are undergoing, and industrialization that will take place in the years to come in Region 3. Reporting for the newsroom from the Parika Selling, I am Lizina Yearwood.
A 26-year-old man suspected of multiple armed robberies was killed during a late-night exchange of gunfire with police ranks in Linden on Monday. Dead is Shamar Prince, an unemployed resident of Wall Street, Amelia's Ward, Linden, who was wanted in connection with a robbery on the arms committed earlier on Monday on Long Shing, a 38-year-old Chinese businessman from Mackenzie, Linden, as well as other robberies targeting Chinese businesses. Police said that close to midnight, a mobile patrol with ranks went to Prince's residence. According to the police, when the ranks called at the apartment, Prince's girlfriend opened the western door and spoke with them. Prince, however, opened the back door on the northwestern side and immediately discharged his firearm at one of the ranks, forcing the officer to take cover. Prince then reportedly ran out of the apartment, continuing to fire at the ranks, who returned fire in his direction. He was struck and fell to the ground at the side of the yard. Police said they found Prince lying on his back, wearing a multicolored shirt and black denim pants. Next to him was a .38 revolver containing 3 live rounds and 3 spent shells, along with a box holding 25 additional .38 rounds. He also had a black shoulder bag strapped around him containing his national ID card, a blue cell phone, $1,000, a knife, and about 5 grams of a whitish rock-like substance suspected to be cocaine. Ranks took Prince to the Linden Hospital complex, where he died while receiving treatment. A post-mortem examination is to be conducted. Police reported 5 gunshot wounds on Prince's body, 1 to the left side of his head, 3 to the upper left shoulder, and 1 on the right side of his chest. All firearms, ammunition, spent shells, and other items found at the scene have been sealed and lodged as evidence and will be sent for forensic examination, the police said. Investigators say the operation was part of an ongoing probe into a series of armed robberies in Linden and surrounding areas targeting Chinese-owned businesses where firearms were brandished and used. Police investigations are continuing. Now, the Maritime Administration Department, MARAD, on Tuesday officially commissioned a state-of-the-art tugboat valued at $790 million to enhance Guyana's maritime trade and operational efficiency. The newsroom's Sharda Bacchus reports.
Minister of Public Works Juan Ejel on Tuesday morning commissioned a new tug vessel called the Arau. It is the second newly built vessel to be acquired by the Maritime Administration Department since 2020. The vessel was commissioned at the Transport and Harbor Department Goods Wharf at Kingston, Georgetown. The contract to build the vessel was signed in 2023. It was built by Dutch company Damen. The tug is designed for a range of functions, including towing, mooring, and pushing operations. It will be manned by a crew of 6. Minister of Public Works Juan Edgels spoke at the commissioning ceremony.
Guyana's maritime sector has moved from broken down old boats, some lodged at the Mazaruni dockyard for years, and people looking at boats and asking if you're selling scrap metal, to a facility that will be able to meet international standards. Guyana is not just open for business. Guyana is engaging people who are serious about doing business. And we are engaging in an environment to ensure that when you come here, the standards that should be upheld are in place and will be upheld.
Prior to the commissioning, the crew received training on how to operate the vessel.
The vessel would be in your hands, and we expect to maintain it, operate it safely, and keep it sailing safely. Your job is to make this ship forestry unsinkable and indestructible.
The vessel is expected to significantly contribute to safer and more efficient maritime trade in Guyana, reinforcing the government's commitment to raising the industry standards and fostering international partnerships. For the newsroom, Sharda Bacchus.
A 16-year-old boy, Justin Smith, of numbers 47 village, Corentyne, Berbice, was brutally killed on Sunday night after being attacked by a group of men in neighboring number 46 village. According to his mother, Danraji Sinod, Justin left home around 9 p.m. and was later found with chop wounds to his back, neck, and hand.
Probably me want justice for the son, for the 3 boys them who beat him and beat him till he fall out of his bike. Me want them, the police pick up them and do the duty what they're supposed to do. Right? When mommy goes down, never got bury my son. They ask my son life who will give me a back. They can't give up, but it's bitter. Really, really bitter for son of this day. I can't live without my son empty, house empty. I'm here, my son, and my husband don't live there.
When the newsroom returns, we take a look at the new candidates in this year's general and regional elections. Welcome back. This is the Newsroom. Just a few weeks ago, more than 20 political parties were gearing up to contest Guyana's 2025 general and regional elections. But after Monday's nomination day wrapped up at the Guyana, that number has dropped dramatically. Only 7 parties are officially left in the race. Kurt Campbell explains.
Only 7 parties are left in the race as Guyana heads the regional and general elections on September 1st, 2025. It's a big drop down from the 20-plus parties that initially expressed interest, but not exactly a shock. Many parties had been quietly stitching up last-minute partnerships, so instead of going it alone, they're teaming up to boost their chances at the polls. So, who is still standing? A Partnership for National Unity, APNU, the People's Progressive Party Civic, PPPC, the Assembly for Liberty and Prosperity, ALP, the Alliance for Change, AFC, the Forward Guyana Movement, We Invest in Nationhood, WIN, and the Horizon and STAR Party. But if you're wondering whether the other parties have disappeared, the answer is no. Most of them will still be facing voters, just not on their own. Take Azruddin Mohammed's WIN, for example. They've teamed up with Dr. Mark France Anag. They believe they can stand a better chance together. It's the same story for Forward Guyana, led by Amanzo Walton Desir. They've joined forces with Doran Bess of VPAC and Nigel London from the People's Movement. Instead of competing, they're pitching themselves as co-builders of a new alternative.
Our push is to give people credible options and to see the back of the winner-take-all system. It is bad for Guyana and we're unequivocal about it.
Meanwhile, Nigel Hughes and the AFC have merged with Sherwin Downer's United Workers' Party. The PNC-led APNU has also strengthened its side, partnering with the Working People's Alliance to shore up its support.
No, there's no join the list arrangement. I will tell you this, I'm not a candidate on the Alliance for Change, but my members are. Our candidates, we share the list, but there's no arrangement in place. I am not on any political party's list.
You'll also recognize some old faces from the previous APNU-AFC government. Jaipal Sharma has thrown his weight behind the AFC, while Tabitha Sarbo-Haley has joined WIN. Now, these are not just formal joiners of lists just yet. That's a special step parties can still take after their candidate lists are approved. If they do, they can pool the total votes they get and then share any seats they win. But remember, this doesn't change your ballot. On election day, you still put your X next to just one list. Still going solo for now are the ALP, led by Simona Brooms, and of course the ruling PPPC. But even Brooms has hinted the door is open for more alliances before election.
Our list comprise of a lot of youth, The Constitution speaks to 1/3 being women, 1/3 being youth.
In total, 718,715 people are registered to vote. The Guyana Elections Commission says Monday's nomination day was a success, peaceful, festive, and well organized. But the work isn't done yet. Next comes verifying those lists, double-checking nominators, and making sure every candidate is eligible. By midnight tonight, the parties will know if they need to fix any issues, and they'll have just 24 hours to get it right. So, the field is set. Well, mostly. Now, all eyes turn to the campaign trail as Guyana gears up for one of its most watched elections yet. For the Newsroom, Kurt Campbell.
7 political parties submitted their lists of candidates to the Guyana Elections Commission ahead of the September 1st general and regional elections, as we just heard. Now, over the next few days, GCOM will examine those lists and eventually approve or disapprove those lists. Members of the public can also examine those lists, as reporters and other stakeholders have started to do. In this newsroom piece, we tell you about some of the new candidates put forward by the People's Progressive Party and a Partnership for National Unity. In the coming days, we'll tell you about the candidates from the other parties. Here's Vashani Raghavir.
Political parties contesting the September 1 general and regional elections submitted a list of candidates to the Guyana Elections Commission on Monday, nomination day. GCOM will be examining these lists and engaging the parties on any defects found. In the meantime, the lists were posted outside the office of the Chief Elections Officer in Kingston, available for scrutiny. The newsroom examined these lists, and in this piece, we'll highlight some of the new faces put forward as candidates. We'll start with the People's Progressive Party Civic, the governing party seeking re-election in September. The party's list of candidates has been described as one that reflects continuity in all sections of the population. So let's get into some of these new faces. We'll start with Mark Light. You might remember the Berbice man protesting alongside scores of teachers for weeks last year, advocating for salary increases and other benefits. He's on the party's national top-up list. There are also several young persons who've been quite vocal about their politics. There's Nikhil Sankar, a medical student, youth parliamentarian Nicholas Sagadaya, and originates Vanda Pio. There's also the Essequibo teacher, Azizi Christiani. Guyana's cardiology chief Dr. Mahendra Karpin and University of Guyana lecturer and engineer Dr. Kofi Dalrymple are some of the well-known figures also on the PPP's list. Rounding out the set of new faces on the PPP's list are some of the party's former political opponents. Former members of the People's National Congress Reform, PNC for short, which is a major constituent in the APNU coalition, are on the PPP's list. Those persons are Tandai McAllister, Gita Chandan Edmund, Danielle Seram, and James Bond. Lennox Schumann, who led the Liberty and Justice Party, and Shazam Ali, formerly of the Citizenship Initiative, are also on the PPP's list. Now, the PPP is led by President Dr. Irfaan Ali, who's returning as the party's presidential candidate, General Secretary Dr. Bharat Jagdeo, and Prime Minister retired Brigadier Mark Phillips. We'll now take a look at the Partnership for National Unity, APNU, which is a major opposition body. On APNU's side, it was a mix of familiar faces and some of the new persons who are now at the forefront of the party. So who is a new candidate with APNU? Well, there's young Eden Corbin, a youth advocate part of the legal profession. Rovaldo Birbal, the young man from Mahaica, is also a person on APNU's list. Also from the legal profession are attorneys at law Dexter Todd and Ronald Daniels. Businessman Terrence Campbell and Saiku Andrews, who is a popular gospel singer, are also part of APNU's list. Now, we also tell you that leading the party are presidential candidate Aubrey Norton, prime ministerial candidate Jurita Finance, and vice presidential hopeful Ganesh Mahipal. So, in the weeks ahead, these candidates and many more from the parties will be presenting themselves to members of the public. And these two parties are just two of the 7 parties hoping to contest the upcoming elections. Reporting for the newsroom, Prashani Raghaber.
Vice President and General Secretary of the incumbent People's Progressive Party, Dr. Bharat Jagdeo, has urged supporters to remain vigilant and ensure that the party's massive public support is converted into actual votes when Guyanese head to the polls on September 1st. Addressing a large crowd at the PPPC's campaign rally at Kitty Market Square on Sunday, Jagdeo said while the government's track record speaks for itself, victory is only assured if every supporter plays their part in getting voters to the polls.
But the massive victory I spoke of will be inevitable only if you do the work that is necessary between now and election day. We have to be vigilant. They would come with all sorts of crookedness. We have to be diligent. Every one of you, I expect, who is here will go back to your communities and assist, ensure that people understand our message, that you bring them out on election day, that you assist the activists, so that when the votes are counted, then what we speak of, this overwhelming victory, will be a reality. It does not happen by itself, and I need every one of you here, man, woman, young people, old, everyone here, to promise me that when you go back to the communities, you will work to carry our message. You will get engaged. We are moving from here to different parts of the country. So I know the people in Essequibo and Berbice and in the hinterland, they may be a little left out from what's happening, the excitement here. But we're coming to your communities too. Just wait for us. We're going to be everywhere.
When the newsroom returns, illegal mining and logging operations shut down. Welcome back. This is the newsroom. In a coordinated push to safeguard its natural resources and sovereignty, Guyana has intensified surveillance and enforcement operations across land, river, and sea to combat illegal logging, mining, and maritime crimes. These efforts have resulted in the shutdown of illegal logging and mining operations in regions 7, 8, and 9 over the past year. Director of the National Intelligence and Security Agency, Colonel Sheldon Howell, made this revelation during the fourth episode of the Safeguarding the Nation program.
You must remember that Guyana's patrimony is not just the oil, gold, or timber. It's our identity, our future, and our sovereignty. And yes, there are many attempts by illicit actors to exploit it, especially in our hinterland and vulnerable areas. And here are some examples of how we're protecting it. In the jungles, the joint services are working with the Guyana Forestry Commission and the Guyana Geology and Mines Commission to monitor illegal logging and mining. We use drones, satellite imagery, and other technology, and most important again, along with community intelligence, to provide that information for us to shut down those illegal mining operations. And within the past year, in regions 7, 8, and 9, we have done that. Another example is along our rivers. We've been able to intercept many gold smuggling operations and unregulated dredging, particularly in our border areas. In this regard, we've deployed forward operating units to act quickly before any damage is done. Out in our seas, Marcio, our Coast Guard, the Police Marine Wing, the Maritime Administration and Department, and the Customs Anti-Narcotic Unit are protecting our marine resources from illegal fishing vessels, especially from Venezuela, to illegal drug trafficking and armed trafficking routes. We're now using sophisticated, state-of-the-art coastal radars and AIS systems to protect and monitor our sea space in real time. Also, in our exclusive economic zone, especially near our oil exploration installation, increased maritime patrols and our domain awareness, supported deeply by our international partners like the United States and our regional allies. Across all these efforts, NISA helps to pull the intelligence together, so if something suspicious happens, there is no time lost in coordinating the response. And these are just not plans. They're happening now. But we need the public's help too. So if you observe something, whether it's illegal dredging, illegal mining, or a foreign vessel, make a call. Your call can save lives or protect national assets.
Several individuals were recently invited to identify their house lots at Lenora, West Coast Demerara. With full access to their land, they can now build their homes. The government has exceeded its target to deliver 50,000 house lots promised in its 2020 manifesto, with single women, young people, and low-income families among the main beneficiaries.
We're very happy for getting land. We feel happy getting land because of opportunity to start our life, you know. And it's a chance now for you work more hard and to uplift yourself, because this is a project we have to do now. So make me home. So at the end of the day, we children them go get them benefit.
I'm so overwhelmed getting my land.
Yeah, we're build a house there now. Thank the government and thank everything. I'm glad to get the house, build the house, because we never know nothing.
The housing program is going very well. We are proud and what the government is doing to help his people in this program that he have already said in his plans.
The iconic satirical stage show Nothing to Laugh About is set to return to the stage of the National Cultural Center on the 26th and 27th of July. Known for its sharp wit, bold humor, and fearless commentary on everyday life in Guyana, the production promises a weekend of laughter, drama, and social insight. Returning to the stage are fan-favorite characters such as Bartica, Credit, Rasmukesh, and Bladam, who will once again bring to life the issues, quirks, and absurdities of local life through unforgettable performances. Ticket prices range from $2,000 for balcony, $3,000 for the rear of the auditorium, and $5,000 for the front of the auditorium. Tickets are available at the National Cultural Center and Payless Variety in Georgetown. In an interview with the newsroom, Lisa Singh promised laughter, drama, and confirmed that tackling social issues is never off limits.
The best part about None to Laugh About, in my opinion, is that we have a mix. We give you social issues, we give you current affairs, we give you politics, we give you jokes, a wide range of jokes. So sometimes you might see a neighbor situation play out right on the stage, or you might even see your own situation play out. We tackle in, of course, blow. Blow is a must in this country. It got to be a topic for the stage. And of course, like Guyanese like to say, it's silly season. So elections got up on the stage. Every political party can get lash. Anybody who's anybody can get lash on the stage. And we got some big names on the show. We got Michael Ignatius, we got Mark Luke Edwards, Chinaman, Mark Kazim, we got Chris Gopal, Linden, John B. Jones, myself, Clemencio got it. We got a whole bunch of people. For those of you who are fans of those people, you just might see some of those characters on stage as well. So yeah, come out to None to Laugh About. It's gonna be a blast, I guarantee you it. It's gonna be the best show that we've ever had. I know we say that every year, and guess what? For those of you who've been coming every year, you know that we've proven ourselves to be right. It is going to be the best show. And like I said, it's election season. We can't run out of jokes. For a number of years now, Bartica is one of the characters that I will be playing this year on None to Laugh About 16, well, KFC's None to Laugh About 16. And that character is, I think most people know the character. The character is very spicy. She's a country girl who's very shy, who know everything about life, everything. She's married to Credit, and they have somewhat of a toxic relationship in the sense that she always giving the blow, or she always, harassing it. We don't recycle jokes. We don't bring back things. But we don't bring back the actual content of our show. So all the jokes are going to be different. All the skits are going to be different.
When the newsroom returns, the financial, weather, and bridge reports, along with sport with Avinash Ramzan. I'm Neil Marks. Take care.
low of 26 in 1955, but it was 20 runs short of West Indies' previous worst total of 47. It was the first time in Test history a team recorded 7 ducks in an innings, and the 6 runs made collectively by West Indies' top 6 batters was the lowest in any innings in Test history. Now, the Guyana Amazon Warriors skipper Imran Tahir said there is still room for improvement as the second ExxonMobil Guyana Global Super League draws to the business end. With 2 wins from 3 games, the home franchise Warriors are top of the table with a healthy net run rate. Following a narrow 8-run loss to defending champions Rangpur Riders, the Warriors rebounded with 2 massive wins by 66 runs against Central Stags and by 57 runs against Dubai Capitals. After the last triumph, Tahir summed up the progress the team has made over those 3 games. Is it all coming together now for this team coming at the back end of the tournament?
Yeah, look, still there is a room to improve, and I want, even we have one small gray area, we need to improve on that. Like I said, I think guys are trying. It's not easy as a batter, and every batter I spoke to, but I think in the end, we have to take responsibility. There is no excuse. You want to win championship, you have to get through everything. You won't win championship easily. It won't come easily, and I've been witness that. I've been playing 25 years, and all the championship I won, it doesn't come easy. You have to give the blood and sweat, and then that's where you get the result. So we just need to be a little bit more smart. And yeah, the squad is looking good, and I have no doubt, we want to go all the way. Everybody wants to win this thing, and obviously give a nice gift to Guyana.
And members of the beloved Guyana Amazon Warriors franchise on Tuesday morning interacted with fans at the ticket office on Camp Street, sharing a cherished moment with those die-hard supporters. Hometown boy Shimron Hetmaya said it is always great to meet the fans who serve as a great source of motivation for the franchise.
Calling our warriors, calling our warriors, calling our warriors, calling our warriors, calling our warriors. This year come, we taking the crown. We are the warriors, we don't back down. It's the battle of the century when you step in, we home. This is real and CPL is we own. Bowl the ball, we hit them for 6, hit them for 6, hit them for 6. Any team come, they're gonna get licks, gonna get licks, gonna get licks. Bowl the ball.
It's always good to come out and meet your fans. It's them that really come and fill the stadium and make the game more exciting for us as players as well. So. Like I said, it's really nice to come out and just see some new faces and some old faces as well. Just continue to support us really, because I think your support means a lot for us as players and as a team as well. I think Warrior Nation on the whole has been behind us regardless, win, lose or draw, they're always there, so just come out and support them.
Now, in what many described as a final for the ages, Eccles All-Stars led by some of the most destructive hitting from Quasim Yusuf gunned down 180 to stun Diamond Gunners in the East Bank West Demerara Zone final in the Cares 1 Guyana T10 Table Blast. On Sunday at the Eve Leary Sports Club ground, fans were left in awe as 2 renowned table teams produced a classic heavyweight battle for a spot in the national finals.
At halfway stage in the final, Diamond certainly looked 1 foot, pressing and accelerated towards the stadium. After former national youth player Segar Hitamani struck a whirlwind 144 not out from just 45 balls, with 2 fours and an astonishing 26s, many of which sailed out of the ground. The national left-hander shared the bulk of the opening stand as Ricky Sargent made 26 not out, hitting 3 sixes from 15 balls, which ended with an imposing 179 without loss after 10 overs for Diamond Gunners. Eccles, the inaugural champions of the tournament in 2023, found championship success again as Quasim Yusuf produced an exhibition of clean hitting against anything in his path. He total as his 131 not out from 38 balls, backed by Akeem Vera 29 not out and Jonte Thomas 15, saw them reach 180 for 1 in just 8.4 overs. Eccles won $300,000 as zone champions, and Diamond got $100,000 runner-up, and Hetramani got a special $15,000 for setting a new record in the tournament's history. Eccles now joins the Muncher Jaguars, whom they will face in the first semi-final at the national finals on August 3rd. Both sides will now wait to see who will win the East Coast and Georgetown zone, which will happen on July 19 and 20, followed by the anticipated Essequibo zone on July 26 and 27.
And with that, we've come to the end of the news for this evening. Of course, you can find updates on these and other stories on our website, newsroom.gy, and all social media platforms. On behalf of the entire news team, I'm Avinash Ramzan. Thanks for watching. Be safe. See you next time.